Hello, Joseph. Thank you for your time. I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing, and the point of this video is two things. So one is just to give you some techniques, tips, and tricks you could use on your webpage just to increase your online presence, your leads, and your business. And two is to compare your website to local competitors' website in the area, see if those techniques could outrank them, get you more on top of the page of Google, and which increase your traffic and your leads and give you value. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. And whatever I talk about here, they're free tips to you. But if you want to talk about that or anything else, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, let's talk about these steps. So first, your content. So on your homepage, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words. Just depend on the competition number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything that someone might type into Google, looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what you want your website to be found for. So right now, you got a nicely laid out website, got your services up there, got your work up there, what you're about, I love that. But one thing I would increase is just your content, your words on here. Relevant content and keywords, because keywords gives power, electricity to Google to be found by you, so people could have your eyes on your website. So speaking of Google, that's this. I did this one service. I know you do a couple services, but I picked plumber, Morrow, Ohio, and here's what typically comes up. Ads come up here. This is a good investment to get traction right away. A lot of times consumers might click on this, but sometimes they scroll down. But it's a good way to be right in front of the faces of consumers there. This is a map pack here. This is important. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we call these organics right here. So the goal is to organically be on the top of the page as much as you can for any kind of service you do or area you provide for, not just Mara, but any other city service areas you go to. Typically, we don't count directories like Angie's List and Yelp because consumers, they're going to go to a local company, especially if it's an emergency type of service or if they haven't really need a buyer intent service. So your top competitor in this area is this copper pipe plumbing. So I'm going to compare your website to his and see if these techniques could outrank them eventually and get you on this first page. Because if you could outrank this guy or get close to this guy, this is the first page here and that's going to bring you some value. So to do that comparison, this tool here is called Ahrefs, and here's your URL. So right now you're using 24 keywords. And that's what I was saying, just increase your content, your keywords, and think about buyer intent keywords. Think about, plumbing, if you do emergency services, that's one, but if you do plumbing repairs, home improvement. So think about those buyer intent keywords, but also tag them with all the cities you go to. So the more keywords you have, the more competitive you'll be, and you start matching competitors, eventually outranking competitors. So here's your competitor's website, and actually, I like yours a lot better than this one, but he's doing some things on the back end that you really can't see that's giving him a lot of traction in this Morrow area. So here's his URL right here. So he's using 188 keywords, which is a good amount of keywords, but definitely beatable, definitely outrankable. Great thing about keywords, if something applies to you, you could also put it on your website. Like, I don't know if you go to Mason, but if you do, you put this on your website, you optimize it, you get that volume. And that's how you start outranking competitors, by matching them and beating them in keywords overall. Second is backlinks. So a backlink is anywhere where one website is linking to another website. And these links, they act like an endorsement of your website from others, and Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. It's also like a popularity contest. Person with the most backlinks wins, but keep in mind it's not all about quantity, it's also about quality. You got to have good backlinks to make them strong, make your website strong. So right now you're using 3 backlinks, and it's actually not a bad immediate strength right here. So I think you got some good backlinks, but you only have 3 with 2 reference domains. Just compare that to a top competitor that's on that first page. He has 274 backlinks with 38 reference domains. Actually, you're beating him in immediate trust, so I can tell your backlinks are strong. Great thing about backlinks, though, you can do a deep dive in these backlinks and see what's strong and what's follow, and you add them to your website as well. But then you add them over time. So you can't get here overnight, but you can get here pretty quickly with these numbers. They're not too gaudy. And then once you get to these numbers, you look like this traffic compared to the traffic you're having now, which you have some more traffic, 84, but it's his backlinks and his keywords that's really pushing them on that first page. Then finally, there's citation. So citation is anywhere where your business name, number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. And citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. And the goal is to be in the top 3. If you do have that Morrow, Ohio address, you want to be in the top 3 here. Much like on pages 2 or 3 at Google, people don't click for services. People won't click this button for more businesses. So you want to be right in the front of the pages of consumers. And to do that, you increase your citations with directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, BBB, hundreds of others that you probably heard of. Also, social media accounts work great here too. So the idea here is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank above them. And these competitors here, they don't have websites and they're still ranking here. So it won't take much to increase some of your citations to get up here. And that's going to bring a lot of value as well. So once your content, your backlinks, and your citations, once they all come together, you really start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at, why that's worth it, to be in the eyes of consumers here, in the map pack, and up here organically, with all the services you do and all the areas you provide for. So not sure where your margins are, but imagine that would generate some pretty decent revenue. And also there's many more keywords, as I said, that could generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I create this for you to start generating those leads yourself online. But if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I could help you out with that and give you some more information, or we just talk about goals. And I could do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, what it might take to reach those goals. So if you leave me a line of feedback, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this video. And again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. And thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. And much luck in your business. Have a great day.